Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying a delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
Welcome to the morning show. We haven't done the morning show in a little bit. I want to thank all of you
for your patience,
for hanging in there and screaming at me. But we had to clean up a few things.
Oh my gosh.
The place looks really nice.
It's taken
now,
a week.
Hold on. Put your nose there. Whose idea was it to get the 10-foot tree? I'm sorry?
Yours?
I'm sorry?
Yours?
I'm sorry?
Freddie's?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, what did I want originally?
A 12-foot.
No.
What? Bigger than 12 feet?
I wanted a 15-foot tree.
Oh, I don't even think those exist.
They exist.
I'm going to get out the ladder today and I'm going to put our star topper on myself. If I stand on a 10-foot ladder, then I can get 15 feet.
Honey, you can do whatever you want. The medical bills will be covered by the universe. Now, this is...
coming today. Make him do it.
Shorty's going to do it.
Okay.
Well, hopefully if he feels up to it. He hasn't been feeling well. And I talked to my son this morning.
Yeah.
And he says to me, where are you going to put it? So her idea,
Upside
moving
down.
the cart and putting it in front when you walk in. Can you imagine having a 15 to 20 footer in there? It will go past the Comcast sign.
Yeah.
It'll look marvelous.
You guys did an amazing job. It is so, I mean, we don't have to water it. It's going to come down easily, and it looks beautiful.
So I got some bad news for you. I am going to hire you for 10 years to come back
Look at her.
every year
She's going to bring her children
to
with
do
her?
that. Yes, bring your children. Bring your chicklings.
You know, I always wanted to do that. So, like, a whole bunch, you know, like the $1 Million Mile up here? They hire people to decorate
I know they do.
their houses for Christmas. Like, the inside, outside. I have always wanted to have one of those businesses that, like, decorate for Christmas.
You should do that because you really, you are persistent. Other people, you got G-Man motivated. See how G-Man was like doing his thing and all that? You got him motivated. But I gotta tell you, the challenge every year that I make it bigger because I believe that Christmas trees are a sign of growth. So we started with a 6-footer, 8-footer, 10-footer. Now we got a 12-footer.
I tell you, our first Christmas tree, I'm sure it'll pop up in my time hop at some point, where the tree was as tall as Teddy. And that's as big as that was. That was our first real tree.
something.
And that to me was like, oh my gosh, we got a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
But pretty amazing.
But if you look at Rockefeller Center, you know, it's supposed to be a sign. I don't have to tell you because you guys run a Christmas tree farm.
We got some big Christmas trees.
And I got a phone call from Gio this morning because he saw the
Air
the
filter?
part. No, well, the air filter we'll get to, but he saw how you guys were dressing the tree.
Yeah.
And he says, you know, that's pretty remarkable where we've come from. Now, you got to understand, when Gio was 14, I mean, think about what were you doing when you were 14?
I don't even know. Yeah, what?
Homework?
Algebra is that?
Algebra.
Freshman? Yes, freshman. Or if
He
you're
was a
smart,
freshman in
eighth
high
grade.
school.
Yeah.
And our Christmas tree for the company was this. Was that size. Because we didn't have a tree. We didn't have anything. And he sat back and he says to me, if you think back what you and I have been through since the very beginning, to have a 12-foot tree and people decorating and everything else, he says, that's remarkable. He says, that's a book in his life. And the book continues. Then he tells me, who's doing the TikTok? I said, a group of kids. And the air filter piece was hilarious. Did you know?
Black air filter.
That was so gross. And Freddie goes, "Bleh."
And, you know, and every month he says to me, we just changed it. And I say, and it's going to be black again. He goes, "Bleh." Every month it looks like that.
Wow, but this was bad.
It's bad every month.
No, this
we got
is
a
bad.
lot of people in here. And then sometimes I push it to 2 months. And then I'm like, I can't because then
Are
I
you
get headaches.
insane?
And
Are you insane?
thank you. And now you understand.
insane.
When was the
So
last
we're
time you
gonna have
changed your
to-
air filter in your house?
I don't know. That's neither here nor there.
Doesn't
Thank you
it
very
make you
much.
sick?
No.
See, when I get headaches, I know
It
it's
makes
time
me
to
sick when you
change
bring it up. We have to hire Shorty also for an extended contract to come back and change the filter because nobody else can reach it.
So when they come in, I ask them, how tall are you? And I look around the room on the days that it needs to be changed, and I sum up who's taller. I go, Antonio, Josh, who's taller? Antonio always goes, Josh is taller. I go, Josh, you changed it? He's like, no, we're going to wait for Shorty. So we pass it along the line. So sometimes the filter sits there until Shorty actually comes in to change it.
Wow.
G-Man, I think, is taller
Then who?
than Josh.
Yeah.
We haven't had him up there. So
How
yes,
come we don't have a girl up there?
Because
Like-
all the girls that work here are 5 foot
Yes,
tall.
you
She's
take up the
tall.
whole ladder.
That's true.
How
Gretchen's
tall are you,
tall.
Which is
Gretchen?
about 10 feet.
I'm 5'7".
Oh my God, that's big enough.
That's as big as Antonio. I mean, I think
No,
he's
Antonio's
that
not
tall.
5'8".
He's 5'8"?
Antonio's like 5'3".
No, he's not.
I'm 5'3". How would he be?
You're like 4'3".
And yet, I think if I got on the ladder, I could do it. But to get the ladder out, and it
How
doesn't
come
work.
I can't go on the ladder but you can?
I'm younger than you.
I have a time lapse of us doing the tree.
Oh, let's
If you
see.
would like
Put
to
it up,
show.
yes, let's show. This is
our
hilarious.
very hard work putting the lights.
I missed it yesterday. I'm kind of bummed.
Well,
we
this
gotta
is
put
it.
the blue lights back on there, by
Yeah.
the way.
This,
We're
this
taking
is
him out of
today's
Studio
TikTok
A.
that's going up.
That was Josh. Tell him to take it out. We'll get some other lights in there because I need the blue
Chelsea
lights.
helped. And Kennedy helped. Josh helped a little bit too.
Antonio, we had a whole
Yeah.
team.
We need more
Listen to
blue.
music?
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
we will
Now,
this
I
is
never
today's
saw this
TikTok
one.
That's going up.
Awesome.
And they were singing yesterday. This one knows every word to every song they ever created. And she was singing it, and this one can
Oh, I
sing.
love that.
Yeah. G-Man was funny because the first day that the tree went up, Josh and Zari were running board and sound for whatever show we were doing, and then G-Man was doing third. And I kind of just assumed that he didn't want to help with the tree. Like, I guess, like, Guy wouldn't want to do Christmas tree. So I go up to Zari, and I'm like, hey, Zari, do you want to switch with G-Man and help me with the tree? And G-Man he got a little offended. He was like, you don't want me to help with the tree? And I was like, do you want to help with the tree? And he was like, yes!
He's G-Man.
Weren't you here the
God's
first
man.
day?
Huh?
The first day when
She
they
set
came?
up the tree.
Yeah.
You were here. You worked with G-Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because, like, when I was like, this is a two-person job,
I'm going to send
I asked
Antonio up.
Zari, and G-Man was like, I want to help with the tree. And I was like, you do? He was like, absolutely. And he helped with the tree. I was so surprised.
No, he wanted everybody to have a taste of doing it. You gotta, G-Man is kind of, the way he does things is kind of strange. Like yesterday, he was all over the place. I was dying, so I said to him, I have to have a meeting with Josh and Garcia, with Ed. And you gotta run the house. I'll be right back. I says, and don't go to Dawn. Do not go to Dawn. I'm tired of that. From now on, you guys are going to be self-reliant, self-efficient. You tell me you can do it. So now marks the day that we stop. You got to stop. That's all. You got to stop. You got to let them run the house. Like she asked yesterday. Can
No.
you tell Dawn to go sit down?
You made me sound so bad. And you know it because you're grinning. He comes up to me and he goes, do you think you guys can run the house by yourself? And I was like, yeah, probably. He goes, then go tell Dawn to sit down. And I was like, I will not be saying that.
So I sat down in the back, and what happened?
Nothing.
We ran 3 minutes late on the show.
No.
3 minutes late on another show.
No, hold on.
What happened?
Hold on. The radio station only needs 30 seconds to run the identification. This is true, South Florida, all this. He doesn't need 2 minutes. So I went to Jody and I argued. Those are 2 necessary minutes for me. So when he hit 7 o'clock, he had to pop from 7 to 7:02. That's it. That's the contract. He went to 7:04. So when we were running, he was going to run late. It will be cleared up today. Cleared up today. But that has nothing to do with your
But
craziness.
I must say, I did sit in the back and I was able to get a lot done. And then I got a lot more done last night. It's been busy.
And then
I
the
can't
girl-
even tell you. It's
The girl
been
that came in at
busy.
the end, what's her name?
Bree.
Bree. I love that kid.
She's awesome.
She's very organized. So I
Yes.
tell her, Bree, when you come in, tell Dawn to sit down. Just like she asked me to. It was you, it was G-Man, you, and Garcia.
Here's what I've realized, and I know this for a fact. They didn't say it. This came from you, but that's okay because they all
How you
went,
doing?
We didn't say that.
We didn't
We
say
didn't
it like
say
that.
that.
She didn't say it like that. They say it like that.
He
They
said
say it like that.
so like,
They say it
I was
like that.
I do not want Dawn thinking that.
They
I
didn't
told
say it
her
like
to go
that.
sit down.
Why aren't you wearing your hat? Excuse me. Excuse me?
And this is Baxton. He was taking an Uber to get the groceries for the show, and he left my phone in the Uber. But somehow he must have found the Uber because he's texting me. So
Is he doing it on WhatsApp? Because you could text on the computer from that.
I don't know. But now he's not coming in because he left his phone. So my question would be, how are you texting me?
Ask him.
Baxton?
Oh my god.
How come you're not wearing your hat?
Refrigerator. That's possible.
On his refrigerator?
Smart refrigerators, you can text from it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think we need one of those.
Do you know that you brought up the other day about a refrigerator that tells you when you're running low on things?
Did they make that?
They make that. They
Just
make
like
it.
Just like the egg timer. The egg minder.
I love that.
Egg minder.
There you go.
Dawn.
I feel like I've got
You know,
like
I don't
antlers.
understand why I gotta do
think my
this
head is
craziness
crooked.
and you don't. And you, that looks good.
It does look good.
Those are two legs. Those are two legs coming out the side. I like that.
Oh, he's
I didn't
texting
realize
us
that.
from his computer.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Hey Dawn,
Yes,
what
honey.
can we as a studio do to celebrate Hanukkah alongside you?
Oh, we're gonna do that next week. We'll have to
Yeah.
get some Hanukkah food, which means don't everything fried in oil. So sorry, this may not work for you, but maybe you'll splurge.
Me neither. Well, you and I will
We'll
go
get
get some
some
Puerto Rican
latkes.
food.
We'll get some donuts, jelly-filled donuts. Anything with oil is how we celebrate Hanukkah.
Fried chicken?
Really?
Yeah, because
I
it's
can't eat it.
it's commemorating the oil that they found in the temple that was supposed to have enough oil
You know,
to
I
burn
have
the
more
candles
oil
for
if
one
they need
day,
more oil.
but instead the miracle is it burned it for 8. So
days.
everything is done in oil.
And it's amazing because they sell Cresco in a whole container.
So it's donuts. You can have fried chicken. You can have fried latkes. You can do everything.
Fried
as long
chicken,
as
well, you
it's-
got to take the skin off.
We'll have to go to Publix
So
and get some chicken.
I usually eat fried chicken. That's good.
You'll
You eat
fried
the skin?
chicken?
Yeah, yeah.
You eat the skin?
Yeah,
You know, I can't eat the skin on fried chicken.
What?
I'll
Because
order
there's
some
4
latkes
points
in and we'll do
per
that.
leg.
But it is
when,
good.
when you take it off the skin, no points. It's crazy math. It's
know.
women's math. What is it? Girls math.
Girl math?
Girl man.
Oh, my Christmas tree was the best girl math. I have to tell you, our Christmas tree. We sat. When do we
Listen
order?
to
right?
this story.
So we're going through it and going through it, and he's sending me, I don't know, 10 different Christmas trees to buy, and we went between 2, I think, and the price was exactly the same. And this one had good reviews, so we settled on one. The price was the same, and I go to put it in the cart, and based on my credit card I could use, I had points. So I had like $46 worth of points that I could apply to the tree. So the tree was like almost free, and
Almost
deduction and
free.
deduction.
It's like $150.
It was less than that because I had points.
$140.
I got it for like 65
Or 65.
with all my points.
If you go from a 3-digit price to a 2-digit price, that's the steal of the
Girl.
century.
So
It
for
can go from
$65, that's
100 to 99,
like I can't even get lunch for this crew for $65. And now we have an eternal Christmas tree.
Gio, I was wrong.
So I bought
the
you
tree
another
cost
tree.
$65.
I bought you another tree. I bought a money tree. It's coming on Wednesday.
What the hell's a money tree?
Never heard of a money tree?
No, but every woman I marry thinks I'm one.
So I bought one for us.
What is that?
It's a tree. It's called a money tree. So outside, you put the money tree outside, and it blesses your abode.
A real tree?
With money.
A
No,
real-
because I killed
a fake
those.
tree?
A fake one. But it's a fake money tree.
Okay, we can put it in the
So it's coming for you. So you can't say I didn't order you a tree.
I've been waiting months.
So I always had a money tree, and then I actually thought of putting real money on it. So
No.
we can
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
hang coins and stuff from it.
It's been 84 years.
A money tree?
Huh?
What's 84 years?
Oh, and he's been waiting so long.
Is that what he said?
84 years.
Is that what you said?
Do you know what I found? Do you know what I found when I walked into the
What?
studio today?
From the money tree.
And you know where I found it?
Where?
At the door.
Wow.
Outside the door.
Mm.
It was rolled up like this on the floor.
So we should
So we're gonna put this at the money tray.
put it in the money tree.
I'm not gonna give it to you because you're gonna put it in the dawn zone and we'll never find it again.
No, we're going to put it in the money tree.
I'll put it on the Virgin Mary over there.
That sounds good to
This
me.
is found money. I
Make
mean,
a
I
wish.
walked in with, why can't it have more zeros? That's when zero means something.
But see, when you ask God for money, you have to be specific, or here's your abundance. But today's been a good day so far. We've got a new show coming out. We've got a new.
I'm
commercial
$1
coming out.
ahead.
We got some new things happening for January, which has been really nice.
$1
And
ahead.
congratulations to you for your first official sponsor.
The Pet Dental.
So Danuza's Pet Dental, she was amazing. So I've got some pictures of the truck. I have before and after of Cookie's teeth. It's an incredible job what she did. And the dog has been so happy ever since. So maybe they know, like, they just don't feel right and then they feel good and it's like getting all primped and proper, even if you're a dog or a cat. It was you should have Casper's teeth cleaned. And her price was so good that everyone who I told about it said they've all paid upwards of $500 for anesthesia and cleaning to have their animals' teeth done.
Really?
$500. So she charged $170 for under, I think, 70 pounds, which is a fraction of the price. No anesthesia, in and out in an hour, at your house, all cleaned up van, and she comes to you. It's a win-win, and your pets are happy. So for Casper, she get a Pet Dental.
She's gonna meet Casper and she's gonna walk out with 9 fingers. I ain't
See,
going
when he goes, means he's thinking about something. What do you got?
Sorry. Every time you say Casper, I just keep thinking of like Casper the cartoon.
Well,
The ghost. yeah.
Amazon took care of Casper. How'd that go for you?
Casper.
You want him?
Can you send photos of your cat? I want to put them up here, please.
You take him?
Yeah.
Comes with
Used
a
to having
whole
a
bag of
cat,
food
but-
too.
That's how you get used to having a cat. But
You want to take a commercial break? More to come. We got some good news.
Yeah, we got some good news.
I would love some good news.
Yeah, we got. Did you download the good news?
I did download the good news.
All right, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, let's see what we got.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
If you have diabetes, would you like to eliminate painful finger sticks? Are you injecting insulin multiple times per day? Then you may qualify for a continuous glucose monitor. CGMs monitor blood sugar using a small patch placed on your upper arm or abdomen, and they use your smartphone to accurately monitor your blood sugar levels. Stop pricking and start scanning. Plus, CGMs are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. They can be shipped free of charge to your door. Call today to see if you qualify.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-485-8801. 800-485-8801. That's 800-485-8801.
You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. Well, maybe I am. If you're buying a diamond ring for your wife, it's not cool to be cheap. If you're buying airline tickets, it's very cool to be cheap and called Trip Amigo, where you can fly anywhere in the world and save up to 75% on over 500 airlines and 300,000 hotels. Plus, rental cars and vacation packages. Visit family, friends, or go on a once-in-a-lifetime vacation. Go ahead, be cheap. We have special fares we're not allowed to publish. When you book your airline reservations with Trip Amigo, you'll spend your travel money when you get there, not by getting there. Call Trip Amigo now and mention the travel code AMIGO and save even more. Call Trip Amigo now.
701-581-9604. 701-581-9604. 701-581-9604. That's 701-581-9604.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
This week on Hollywood Engage, in the Sauce Celebrity Gossip, we talk about births and marriages and the interesting 16 to 35-year age gap of the couples and the latest men having babies over 60. Industry Hot Topics, we talk exclusively with actor Chris Moss, who is a familiar actor seen on TV shows NCIS Hawaii, Magnum PI, and Criminal Minds, and starring in movies of The Switch Up and Stay Out. Streaming October 26th on BET+. Chris Moss will be giving his exclusive personal acting tips and secrets. Celebrity boxing news, CEO Damon Feldman breaks who is the latest celebrity to be signed to Celebrity Boxing. Royal buzz at the 30, King and Queen in Kenya, David Beckham dinner with the King, Markle versus Markle updates, and Prince and Princess of Wales latest, including Earthshot in Singapore. Film news interviews indie filmmaker Juan Vasquez of You Got It Films talking about his new film, Rise of the Hustler, he is directing in South Florida based on a true story. Business Connect interviews with Rudy Fernandez of Supreme Lending explains ways to avoid paying high interest rate in today's real estate market. And the health is wealth topic and tip of the day. Hollywood Engaged starts now.
So
we're back. Thank you for that countdown.
You're very welcome. I'll get it right now.
Start counting now.
It might have been the fastest bell ring I've ever seen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gotta go.
So sorry.
So Antonia wanted to know who wrote up our Indeed application.
AI.
No, me.
She
And
did.
AI. I write it, and then now that I've got ChatGPT, I can take what I wrote all these years and just throw it in. It sounds so much more eloquent.
Yeah.
You
It's
actually
like, wow.
sent a response to Lane University.
Yes.
I was very impressed. Was that you?
Of course.
Oh, okay. I was very impressed. I
Absolutely.
said, man, I'm among educated people because that was some response.
Thank you. I've
Tremendous.
decided that instead of just answering people. But there are some people that are happy with a one-sentence answer.
Not you. You went and went, thank you for
Like
considering
when I talk to
us."
certain places, they'll send me on an email, yes or no, instead of just texting me. So I know they're happy with a one-word or one-sentence reply. Other people, I think, want verbose words and thanks and all
What
of that
kind of
and
words?
gratitude. Verbose. Verbal.
It goes to
A lot.
show you what was in this email.
A lot of things.
I said, wow, Lucy, come a long way.
So you know what I was thinking today? I know this is so like Friday Dawn's brain. When we're born, we don't know we're coming into this world, right? Our parents have us because they want to have children, and here you are, however many years later that you're here. That every day is truly a gift that you're here. And we shouldn't take any of those days for granted, whatever you are, in your 60s, 50s, 20s. We come to this earth because...
Somebody change a light bulb?
Yes. We're not asked to come here, although Sally will tell you otherwise, that our souls want to come. But however it is, our souls come and we're physically here on this life. And every day is a gift, so we really shouldn't take it for granted.
What's
as
the name
things
of the
happen.
religion with the red string?
Kabbalah.
Kabbalah. If you read Kabbalah, it says that we go to the library of life and pick the life that we want to lead, because we go to the library of knowledge to learn things of the past lives. So if you don't have patience, you pick patience, and then most impatient things happen.
But I was thinking about that today. You know, you see all these commercials for all these medications and weight loss and all these things that we're always striving to achieve in life because we want something better. But yet, maybe where we're at is the betterment of where we are, because we're still here. There are people that don't have that.
Have you ever seen that thing that was going around Facebook that's like, if you put all the combinations of genes together, all like the possible people that you could make, there's trillions among trillions of people that could be born and could exist, but like you get the privilege of existing.
Wow.
And think about all the people that could exist but never will.
That's
and like
amazing.
you do.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
That's
you just
amazing.
you just gave me a headache. That's a tremendous number.
I don't even think about the number, but just the gift that your genetic code, and there's a reason that we're all here.
Yeah, and like you're specifically you, and there's so many people that never will get the chance to be them.
Do you believe that everybody has a duplicate? There's another you somewhere in the world?
I don't believe.
Parallel universe? Or?
In the world. Oh, universe too. Is there
Parallel
another one that
universe.
looks and acts like you?
I'm not sure if I believe in it, but it would be hella cool if it's real. I want it to be real.
Yeah, Freddie, you sent the wrong thing.
What do you send?
What is that?
Oh no, like the thing I showed, like that's the only thing you sent.
Look on WeTransfer.
Oh yeah, I did.
Well, it's right here.
Well, I went to WeTransfer.
It says good news.
I know, yeah, I know. I went to WeTransfer, clicked the link, I downloaded it, and the same thing keeps downloading over and over again.
So maybe
You went to the WeTransfer?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, talk among yourselves.
I didn't ever ponder that thought.
Yeah, and all those genes brought us here to the Brooklyn Cafe for all of this.
Right? For all of these. So this was my aha moment today. Maybe it's because I'm hanging out with Kennedy and all of her ideas. And she exhausted herself the other day, but you've sort of opened up all of our minds to things, at least for me. And I think what triggered it, I saw that the war is now back and activated again. And I think, like, why? Why is there
You're
have to be...
absolutely right.
You're right, Gretchen. He sent the wrong thing.
No, I don't know why it happened.
Why does there have to be so much hate? Why do we have to kill? Because we should really just appreciate life as a gift.
Because
every
people
day.
don't appreciate life anymore.
So maybe we should change that.
People are more quick now to say life don't mean nothing. As before, you used to fight to live. When I was studying to be a lifeguard in high school, they throw you in the deep end of the pool, right? And they take a person and they throw them in there, and they're there to punch you out because they're panicking about drowning. You ever try to save a drowning person? It's really hard. And they use as an example that you fight to live. That's appreciating life. Somebody that's panicking does not want to drown to death. But nowadays, man, there are people that, they don't care. They'll put a gun to their head and take 15 people with them and then kill themselves. They just don't appreciate life anymore.
So just appreciating our life. What do you think?
Have you saved someone from drowning? Were you a lifeguard or?
I saved a girl in Jones Beach from drowning. And it's funny because that happened. I didn't do it in high school. I didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to Jones Beach with my friends, my guys, and we went to the beach, and there was a woman and she was drowning in Jones Beach. And I look and I say, that don't look normal. And I run out and I grab her and I bring her in, and she was foaming at the mouth, and she had a hanger that went through her foot. So I had to carry her, immobilize her foot, and get her on the shore. And if you know Jones Beach, the waves are 6 feet and crash on you. That was the hardest.
How do you have so many stories?
I tell my
Right?
ask Mimi, call Mimi. Mimi was there, and Mimi's crying because they didn't think they were going to bring her back. And I said, just get the lifeguards, because I had the training, and I got her back. And I just told people, just immobilize her foot, because when she comes back, she's going to come back, which is what happened.
You were
And
David Hasselhoff out there.
Baywatch.
And the lifeguards came, and the ambulance came, and they took her away. My sister says, she's just looking at me. I says, what's the matter? You're a hero. I says, no, I'm not. Anybody, you see somebody drown, you're going to save them. I don't want to be a hero. So the lady came back around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and she came back with her family. And they gave me money. I said, no, keep your money. She says, you saved my life. I don't know how to thank you. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just pass it forward.
That's what I was thinking about this morning is we don't know right? We don't choose to be here. We do, and yet here we all are. And yet here we all are. That's even a better point.
But you
what brings us all here?
You've seen things in your life. You can add them up. I can write a book. The lady at Costco.
She's like, yeah.
A lady at Costco. She must have been 90 in the wind. And me, Gio, and Linda in the car. And I say to Gio, that don't look right. And she had the gas thing up, and she hit the button, and she presses the gas, and there's gas all over, flowing all over her car and everywhere else. And I said, oh, and I run out because the car engine is hot. So that gasoline gets underneath the fumes. That thing is going to ignite. So I went in and I grabbed it from her, and I hit that button, came down. And they came over, what happened, what happened? And the lady says, I don't know. I said, lucky she didn't have a heart attack. I felt horrible. She was drenched in gas.
Do you remember we used to go to the gas station with gloves on during COVID?
I just threw them away. I just threw them away.
You in the gas stations like Kennedy and gas
masks.
stations.
Gloves and a mask for the gas station.
You're very quiet. What do you think about all of this?
You ever seen anything strange in your life?
Yes.
Like,
I mean, the
look
only
at the
thing
life.
that popped in my mind is when I kind of saw an angel for the first time, because when we were helping my great grandmother get into the car, and like she kind of like somehow she like slipped and like kind of scraped her leg a little bit, and the lady got off the bus. We saw her get off the bus, and she came over to help us, and then as soon as she was done, like she just disappeared. And I'm like, how the street was set up, you can see people walk down, and
this gave me the chills.
Yeah. we still think about it. I'm the only person in my family that was.
You guys ever seen an angel or something that looked? What is that? Anything in your life?
And then she disappeared?
She just disappeared. Like even alleys, you can see people through the alleys. All of that.
Did anyone else see her but you?
No, my mom did, but she was doing something else. But yeah.
You remember David
Right off
DePino?
the bus, yes.
You know who he worked for, the hospital?
Uh-huh.
Do you know how I met them? Do you know how I signed that deal?
Mm-mm.
I never told you? I took Gio to eat breakfast, and Linda, we're driving. And there's this girl, and she's crossing the street against the traffic, and she's never gonna make it. She had a shopping bag. So I slowed down because I was the lane closest to her, but the lane furthest from her was flying at 80 miles an hour, and she hits this girl. And it was Freddie. We took Gio to the train. Freddie was in the back seat. And Freddie goes, Dad, move, 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 because she got hit so hard. She was flying in the air heading towards my car. She still hit my trunk. And I pulled over. And Freddie already had jumped out of my car because he wanted to go. She was on the street in the middle of Linton. So he runs over and he says, what do I do? He tells me. So I run over and I say, she's still alive. So I throw myself on top of her. Now you gotta remember, there's traffic coming. And I just threw myself on top of her because I saw an angel over her. And I did this, and I told Freddie, there was the hood of the car came off when they hit the impact. It was in the middle of the street, and the cars that were going by, they wouldn't even stop. Cars that were going by were throwing glass on. There was glass and everything all over us. I told him, get the hood off the street. So he picked it up like Superman, and he flung it. And he's going like this to stop the cars and the vehicles and everything so they wouldn't hit me. And the cops came over and they said, when they finally took her away, they said, you're lucky you didn't get killed. I said, but I saw an angel. And I didn't want her taking her spurs, so I went and I covered her.
Wow.
That's how I met David DePino, the hospital. They came to see me at the radio station. They wanted to know the nut that did that.
I knew the story. I didn't realize that's how you met David.
I met David. I met his boss. They took me to the hospital over by the ocean on A1A, a beautiful hospital there. And they were over there. The doctors came over. They would not tell me her identity, but they flew her parents in from Utah, they told me.
How'd she do?
She was in a coma, but I don't know. I don't know the end story of this game.
So see, there's a reason for everything.
And I went to church that Sunday, and I had to sit with somebody to explain it to me, because I've never seen anything like that in my life. It's an experience.
Did she look like an angel?
I'm just a regular person. I mean, I've always said that, like, regular people, it could be anybody. You
angel, complete opposite. Doesn't matter.
You
And
never.
what did the angel look like when you saw? A he, she, wings?
She reminded me of the spirit they tell me that my youngest sister travels with me. Somebody drew it for me. A blind girl drew my sister that travels with me. A blind girl. And she reminded me of her. And it's funny that you say these things. You never walk and see out of the corner of your eye something.
All the time.
Oh, in
And
the
do you
studio
ever-
all day long.
And do you ever say, where's the bell? And it's there and you're walking around looking for it and then you say, it's right here.
That was me with the paint yesterday for the stockings. I was like, it's not in this bin. Dawn looks in the bin. She's like, Grace, they're right in front of your
Here's the paint,
face.
Freddie there. Freddie couldn't find a TV. It was behind his chair. I go, where'd you find it? A TV behind your chair.
They walk among you, as they say.
You think
But
so?
these things out of the corner of your eyes, take a look.
I'm still waiting for my spiritual encounter. I haven't had any.
Yes, you have.
No,
No,
I've
yes, you
never had
have.
one.
You've never, you see, you walk around like this. You have not noticed and taken a claim to it, but it happens 7 times a day.
This is a good segue into the Sally doc.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of her whole premise is like, look out. Like, there's regular people around you that you have no idea are going to be important to you. And kind of what Sally's saying is like, just take every opportunity, and like every person could be someone that you don't know. And like someone, like what Kennedy was saying, like just regular people can turn out to be angels that like guide you through you don't even know. And people are just so close-minded to it and don't even like think about.
It's
They
interesting
don't
you
stop
say
and
that
take a
because it's the Aldo, right? Meet your Aldo or find your
Yeah,
Aldo,
find your
that whole
Aldo.
segment. And I want to put this encounter with people. Everybody has gone through it, whether you
Yeah.
acknowledge it or not. You've always, when you're watching, you're having a conversation, and you swear something in the corner of your eye tries to catch your attention, like right now. And sometimes you just have to look over and know that you don't see anything there, there was something there. You just have to acknowledge it. When I went to St. Augustine, and they gave me that little machine, the girl that was there that I had never met in my life, she went to Savannah, and she brought a spirit back with her. They had to get rid of all this stuff. She said to me, how do you do that? I says, how do I do what? She says, they're coming right at you. She could see it coming right at me. I says, good. But you just have not, you have not opened your eyes to it yet. But you will.
Oh my gosh.
Like, Gretchen, you have a crazy story about like coming to the States for school and stuff like that. There had to have been like forces pushing you to make one decision or another to end up in where you are right now.
No idea.
How'd you end up here?
Me?
Yeah?
I was just applying to schools when I was in high school, and then COVID happened, and then my visa took forever to get because of COVID. And I got my visa like at the end of 2020, and then I came here in January.
And how appreciative are you that you're here?
Oh, so much.
But that's the reason right there, you know. Sometimes you take something away and then you really appreciate it and you work towards it. If it would have happened without the COVID, you probably would have just been here.
Yeah.
I have to say, Lynn has an amazing international student
Oh
program.
no, like 20% of our student body is international.
I think it's even more than that. I think you might be over 30.
No, last I heard, it was like 20%, maybe a little bit over 20%.
But it's an amazing program, and so many people that have come to us through Lynn have been their international students. Royce's one. Paxton, I think, is one from someplace. I know, I'm kidding.
He's from Mars.
He's from Mars. But one of the true credits to Lynn is the programs that they have is their international studies, and they go out to different countries to bring you guys in. It's not just, if you find them. They actually go, and they go recruit at schools. I know they went to Royce's school in Turkey and found her, which is pretty amazing.
Someone went to my high school and was a student.
Right?
That was pretty cool.
Which
That
is
is
really
cool.
cool that they do that.
I want to change gears for a second before I forget. Did you see what happened to the kid? He's a high schooler, a senior, I think now. He started with the NFL as a senior, but he was working photography when he was a freshman. So anyway, he's at the game with the Dolphins were playing.
Oh,
You saw this,
yes.
right? And he gave the guy, he
Tyreek.
didn't give Tyreek the phone. Tyreek took the phone because he knows him. They worked together in the past. He did a backslide. They fired the kid, the NFL. And they sent a letter explaining how he has to control himself. He's not allowed to show favoritism because he works for the NFL. He completely understands why he's been fired, right? So Tyreek is going to pay his salary for the year. He says, whatever they promised to pay you, I'm going to pay it. Because he feels bad that it's his fault. But, you know, instead of giving the kid a lesson, you're going to ban him from working in the NFL? Yeah? Well, what about the guy from the Buffalo Bills? There was an arrest warrant for him. He came clean, Von Miller, and he turned himself in for abusing, hitting, whatever, a pregnant woman.
Yeah, I saw that story, and the kid, he's like 20. He was so appreciative of the job and everything that the NFL has offered him. He did a whole thing on social media and TikTok because he built his brand on social media, that he met Tyreek Hill, he met all these amazing players. And instead of being bitter, which is just an amazing attribute to this young man, he's like, I get it, I understand, I've learned everything, these are my best friends, it's been an amazing experience for me, and hopefully someone else will hire me based on who I am.
I would, if I was a company, I would hire this kid
in
tomorrow.
a heartbeat, right?
So that's what Tyreek told him. He says, you keep your head up. Because this is the best thing since What's-Her-Face got slapped by, what's his name?
Oh, Chris Rock at the Oscars. And
No, further back.
In sports?
The singer, what's her name?
with Justin Timberlake?
No. What's the name of the #1 singer?
Taylor Swift.
When she started, that the guy went up on stage and insulted her.
Oh, Kanye. He didn't slap her.
I mean, he insulted her. He insulted her.
He was like, Taylor, I'm so glad you won your award, but Beyonce had one of the best music videos of all time.
Yeah, but all he did was launch her career, because after that, it's been Taylor everything. But he did that without knowing that he did it. So I have a feeling that this deal with this kid, how many companies, I mean, he's a stand-up guy. He says, I understand why the NFL did it. I got no bitterness. They gave me
bitter or
experience.
anything, which I thought was really
He thanked
incredible.
the NFL. He says, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity. Now, that shows a lot of class for a young man like that.
What the NFL did was just wrong, because he celebrated, and what?
Because he's not supposed to be an NFL fan. He's supposed to be the
He's
NFL
just supposed
neutral.
to work there.
Well, you know, hardest thing to do, I couldn't do it. If I had to work for the Mets or the Yankees or whatever, and my home team was there, couldn't do it. I'll be selling beer and go, yeah, free beer, home run, Mets, here we go.
Can't do anything.
Can't do none of that.
I know.
Can't do none of that. I used to know the beer vendors at Shea Stadium. And I used to go down to the third base side because I couldn't get tickets on the first base side. And they knew me. It's like, Freddie, here, go away, don't say nothing. Because they knew how we were. And if a Met did a great play, we would be drinking his beer that he's vending. So.
Ever think about why you're here?
Huh?
Have you ever taken the time to ponder?
Like, your parents had you because they wanted to have a child, right?
Okay.
They didn't know it was going to be you. They didn't know you were going to be a boy. They just decided they wanted to have a child.
Okay.
But yet, you've lived an entire life being you.
Yeah.
And every day is a gift to get to be you.
Yeah.
You're so philosophical.
Thank you.
Or don't you think it
Huh?
is? Or don't you think it is?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the hell this is, but I mean, you just gotta live it. That's all. There's nothing. I don't know.
What if you're an accident baby?
That is true.
That's the best one.
Nothing's an accident.
There's no such thing as an accident, baby. Trust you me.
You weren't planning to have one.
You weren't planning to have one, but I guess your soul decided you're going to be here anyway.
If you weren't planning to have one,
Even more of a blessing.
if you weren't planning to have one, you wouldn't be in that position.
Okay.
Allegedly.
I got a whole lot of stories for that one too.
Yeah,
but that's
I'll stay quiet. Should stay very quiet.
a whole lot of stuff. What else you got?
You guys, I was thinking about this yesterday. You both should like write a story of like how you came to be and just compare the like Freddie versus Don of how everything happened.
Like
We
a
talk
tree.
about that all the time because you
A
couldn't
tree.
Like
have
a book. If you both wrote like a memoir.
How you two met.
Yeah, like if you both wrote a memoir and then at the end we compare the two and see like Freddie's perspective versus Don's perspective of how like this all came to be.
But if you actually think where you came from as a child and where I came from in our
That's going too
but
far
if you
back.
think about where
Yeah.
we came from and our youth and everything, polar opposites of everything. You would have never put the two of us together in a million years.
She was selling a product, and I got invited. to try to do some work there in Spanish. is how I met Dawn, at somebody's house that I've never been to before. And I saw her waltzing around running this room because she sold a product.
Just like I do here.
She sold a product out there, and I talked to them for about 5 minutes, and that was the end of that. And I saw how Dawn put that whole thing, the presentation together, and there were people that she brought into the group. And I said to Lynn, I says, okay, you see that lady? I'm going to work with that lady. And Linda says, what are you talking about? Because a lot of people don't understand what the hell I'm talking about. So I went 4 years. I went into trying to get Dawn to work with me. 4 years. I asked her 4 times, for every year once, and she never even responded 1 year. So there was a show that I was producing at iHeart, and that lady was going to interview her for the first time. And I said, oh no, you're not. She comes on my show first, or you will never be on radio. And true enough, she came and she did 1 show. She did a 2nd show. And the rest was history. We were brought here by fate because we were at another studio. And I had a falling out. I got set up and I had a falling out with the guy. And Dawn said, well, then let's go get our own house. So we went to sign a lease at another place. On lease day, we go in and this guy had a conniption. He had a meltdown. He was throwing paint cans around. He was like, "Ooh!" And I said, we got to get the hell out of here. And it was 1/3 the size of this, a little bit less money. And then we came in here and she talked to the guy, and the landlord has been a blessing for us. He gave us this room. We were gypsies. We were in the street.
Our old studio was this big.
Oh my God.
Where we came from was this space.
And before that, the space was half this room because that was at the radio station.
And all we had was the banner that's up on the top and these cams. That was it. And Freddie's encoder. He walked in every day, he set it up, and we'd put up the banner, we'd leave, we'd roll up the banner,
They never seen
pack
the
it all
encoder.
away.
Gio took it out of here. They replaced it with the tank.
But same type of thing. He walked in with the computer, you set it up every day, and off we went.
Yeah, iHeart was fun because they never saw us coming.
But if you think about your upbringing in the Bronx, where you lived in your apartment building, you talk about the past and your ghetto brothers and the Lords of Anarchy and being
Freddie
Hispanic and Italian and everything that you are. And I grew up here in South Florida, sunny South Florida, private school, all of those things, Jewish, and how our 2 worlds came like this to do this. No one would ever in a million years put us together.
How long have you 2 been?
So I'm just thinking, it's got to be 12 years.
12 years.
Wow. And we've been together, working together almost
Entering
8,
our 8th.
right? Going on our 8th year.
That's so sweet.
It's funny because when Dawn first started, we used to meet people at iHeart to negotiate deals. And I did the presentation and I gave them the price. And there's a rule of thumb that you follow after that. And this one,
I didn't know. I never did any of this before.
she just continues to chatter. So the elegance of explaining the balance of a deal sometimes is harder than the words itself. So I said to her, listen, when the number comes out, you gotta stay quiet and just be patient. Now she's one of the best in the sport, you know, and we landed some major deals up in West Palm. We've done deals all over the place. We've done over 5,000 interviews, just her and I, and we've produced thousands of shows over the years. And every year is another adventure. And then one day I said to her, I would love to have coffee in our name because I'm Latino. And she went out and she found Don Pablo, and he came into studio, and he loved us.
He gifted us that coffee cart.
Oh yeah.
And a coffee
amazing.
and a coffee maker, an
So you talk
old-fashioned
about
coffee maker.
angels, right? We found him, and he and I, Freddie and I had a thing. Someone came to Freddie and said, you know, all these weight loss coffees, and he's like, let's do it, let's do it. I'm like, nope, can't do it. I don't believe in chemicals. He says, but it's a great deal. Don't believe in chemicals. And he says, fine, then you find another coffee company. I go, okay. So we found another coffee company, and they've been so, I think like Darren is like this angel that's been blessed. Everyone from his company has been incredible. So we've got 500 new more bags that we just sent to print.
Yep.
for
And
more coffee.
he gives money to companies that are starting out. He might be
And
somebody.
he set us
that
up
we
for
reach
free
out.
with our first shipment.
He built it, and he hired a truck, and they brought it. I'm like, this is huge. I
One day
said
we
to
were at
him.
the studio, right? And they call us. They go, 12 cases of coffee just came in a cart. I'm like, what? Yes, and there's a big man, a delivery truck is here with a cart. And that's what's in the lobby. We had no idea. It was a total gift from him.
That's so cute.
It was
So,
fun. It's
another
been-
Earth Angel, right? Another story of you just never know who you're going to meet and why.
And the program, the internship program, was her daughter sat down one day because we needed help. And Teddy was the first one?
No, the Russian Rocket was the first
Russian
one.
Rocket. She is good. This girl, I still don't know her name. What's her name? Tatiana?
Freddie's mom passed away during Hurricane Maria, and we were that next day moving from one studio to another studio, and I said to him, I'm not doing anything till you get back because I can't. I've got no phone, no communications and PR. There was nothing. He says, I gotta go. So he went, and it was me and Faith, and Jojo sent someone.
Yeah,
and I did not even know how to turn on a camera at that point when we were working together. I knew none of this at all. But I swore at that point, I said, you will never be in that position again. You will know everything from the ground up. It may not be perfect, but I'll know it. And we found our first intern. I called a friend, and she said, I know someone who's from communications in Russia. She's here with her boyfriend on a visa. Do you want her for the day? I'm like, yes. And then I put an ad in Indeed. And from that point on, we've been growing because
But your daughter came in
know.
and they put the whole internship program together. It's funny, when I came back from burying my mom, I was astonished on how they completed it. They had to go from one end of the building to the other, and they had to throw the wires
in the ceiling, yep.
through the ceiling. They got that done. And when I got home, when I got here, there was a check waiting for me from the Jewish
Family Services.
They gave me a check to bury my mother, like $1,200. I went, what? It was amazing. And ever since the pouring of love that has always come and followed us, and some of the people like doing the book.
And Frank.
And Frank. There are people that have been in our lives in the very beginning. You know, you do what you can to help them. The very first painting, which is in Studio A, we just lost Mark.
Yep.
He died of cancer. And that painting, he gave it to Dawn. He says, welcome to the art gallery. This is for you. And it's like, because he heard her name and it has the sun and all that stuff. And you don't forget things like that with people. But these are stories among stories among stories.
So you look at the studio and you're like, what is all this stuff? But to us, we know every painting in here and every knick-knack has a story. Like even this dreidel has it. They all have stories where this came from, everything. So it's like you can't even, it's just a lifetime of angels coming in to help us.
And Jay Harmon has always been a friend. I used to sit in Jay's booth because he's always been a light, and we just used to talk. There wasn't anything special going on. They had 112 artists in this building.
But how you put a Puerto Rican Italian from the Bronx and a Jewish girl from Fort Lauderdale together, no clue. But here we are with all of you guys. It works.
It worked. And you know, you learn what like you guys have learned. You guys get along with each other and you
Look,
help
you're
each
from
other
Japan.
out.
Kind of. Yeah. Kind of from Japan. It's pretty cool.
I mean, you have friends in school and you have friends in your life, but how you know how hard it is to get a balance at work and you feel good about what you're doing, and then you pop something and it works and everything else.
She's back.
And she's back.
Oh, and he's back. Woo!
Hey! How you feeling? Better?
There's some donuts.
Your eyes are swollen.
Wow, thank you.
You sleeping?
Well, now we can put our Christmas tree topper up, and we got donuts, and see, the gang's all here. See, more Earth Angels come in.
We have to get more socks.
Where you and I
Does
going to go
Shorty
now?
have a sock?
Yeah.
What's his real name?
Big one. Zachary. Let's go get some socks.
We gotta get socks. We have 6 short. How many we got? 6 shorts?
I think we need 6 more.
All right, we're gonna go. And you have a show, Gretchen, right?
Yeah, about 11.
We got a lot.
All right, let's wrap this up. Have a great morning, everyone. More to come on the other side. I'm glad they're all feeling better. We'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late. What happened? Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.